Hello. Welcome back once again, like the Renegade Master. C4 coding and the good coding. No, that doesn't really work. I hope it works anyway. How you doing, guys? I hope you're having a good night. Let's just add the chat to the screen because that's how we roll here. Competently. Vaguely, sometimes. Oh, how you doing, guys? I hope you're all having a good night. Let's see who we've got in the chat. We have Sir Patrick Furlong and Melody the Cat. I have no idea what I'm doing there. We have James Petts and Francisco Garcia. Hello. I don't recognize your name, so welcome to the show if you're new. But if you're not new, sorry, I forgot. I am bad like that with names. What can I say? So let's bring Beanbag into the screen. Hello there, Beanbag. So who have we got? We've got predictions. 999,999,999 cases of me, of my computer crashing. It's not 120,000. Every time Patrick mentions the cost of my computer, he adds an extra zero. Tonight's beverage of choice is Guinness Zero in a Superman cup. Because I thought, why not? I've got it. Why not use it? So, as you can probably tell from the mark on my face, a little bit under the weather, and my knees are killing me. I think the weather is changing. Let's put it that way. So I'm full of pollen, and my knees hurt. So welcome to middle age, hooray! But on Tuesday we do have Forza, so that's good. That's something to look forward to. But before we go that far, I did promise today I was going to do an unboxing of stuff that had been sent to me. And, well, I spent all day working on Jen's video because it's one of those where it doesn't matter how long you spend, it never seems to get anywhere. But we eventually got there, so obviously I did get somewhere. So I didn't have time to record. I've got this. This is a box. I'm living in a box. Living in a giant box made of butts. To be fair, it was a good. Thank you. I'm glad it was a good video because it took ages. And you know what? The worst part is, it's because it's a review. Because it's a review, it's just one of those things where you can spend all day and nothing will change. Yeah, Adams was here. All that space on the front. But you eventually get through it. Reviews are just like that. It's one of those things. So, first of all, we did get something from Sarah Davis, who sent me something very nice. Sniper Ghost Warrior and Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. So, we'll be having a look at those. We did like that Sniper game that I played one time, but these are from a different company doing a different thing. So, we'll enjoy those. Yeah, but why does Adams feel the need to stick that massive bit on the front of his locomotives? This is weird. Got your Dreamcast back yesterday, sadly no games. But you've got the Dreamcast and that's what counts. That's the main part. If you got the games but no Dreamcast. It wasn't just Adams. Oh, it was a fashion thing, was it? Victorian locomotives was common. So, instead of stovepipe hats, they've got really long fronts. Boilers were smaller, but they needed to be long for stability. That makes a lot of sense, to be fair. That does make a lot of sense. So, I know Patrick didn't send this particular box. I've put stuff in this particular box because that way my address is not on screen. So we have Essential Adventure. There is a siren going past. They're looking for all of my memes. They will not find them. I have hidden them. Essential Adventure games for the ZX Spectrum, which looks pretty cool, actually. I think this is going to be fun. Ice Station Zero with a dragon. S. Walpole's Wizard Spell. These are going to be fun. I have to get the Color of Magic. I played the Color of Magic. It's really hard. We're going to have to look up some of these. Custard's Quest. I'm going to have to look that one up because that looks pretty cool. There's a load of stuff in here. That, yep, Shadows of Mordor. I played that. Sean, who's become a good friend, did stuff on the CPC and Specky back in the day. Ah, Sean McClure. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to have a read through it. It's going to be fun. But some of the games I recognise, some of them I don't, but some of them look very interesting. We also have an introduction to programming the Atari 600 and the 800 XL. The camera has decided that it's best to focus on the cat. So yeah, we'll have fun with that. I've got to get my Atari set up. It's been a while, but I know what you're really here for. The games. So let's see what we've got here. We have RoboCop 2, also known as Robot Cop, the furniture of law enforcement, and second disc of that. Alien Breed, one of the best games, and the other disc for it. This is the special edition from 1992. Alien Breed was cool. I don't think I've used it since I sold it to you. Yeah, I need to fix it. I don't know what was wrong with it, and I can't remember. Was it that... I think it was the one that wasn't quite compatible with the input set that I had at the time. And we could try it again. It was the Electron. The Electron had something that didn't work, yeah. Oh, I'll work it out. Did the Atari work? I can't remember. It's been a while. It's just one of those things. They're all right there. They're all ready to go. Red Moon on Commodore 64 from Level 9. I do like Level 9. Their adventure games are great. The Atari works. Thank you. I'm glad someone remembers. Yeah, the chip got loose. That was it. Yes, a chip got loose. I've got to work that out. Crystal Castles for the Amstrad. This looks pretty good. I can't remember. As a limited edition, Crystal Castles is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to experience a true software legend. What? Okay. That's not what I thought it was then. Crystal Caverns, that was it. Bentley Bear. Grab the diamonds, Bentley Bear. Then we have Heartland, which looks like an album cover from a prog rock band. So, very 80s. Trailblazer for blazing some trails. Now, this one I've seen before. It's the bouncy ball one. A lot of fun. So, we'll enjoy that. eSWAT. Is this on Commodore? eSWAT on Commodore. I have it on Master System. Very difficult game. International Space Station. No. The Incredible Shrinking Sphere. Which is some kind of maze game. Should be fun. Summer Games 2. This time it's personal. Commodore 64's summer game stuff, it always used to come up when I was doing the best games of 1986, 1987 and all that. Commodore 64 owners love their sports games. So it would always come up. It wouldn't win because they're not good compared to some of the absolute classics that were always competing against them on these things. But yeah, Commodore 64 owners love their sports games. Ninja Remix. I can't do those. Yeah. I don't know what this is. This product... Oh, right. This product is to be regarded as an updated version of Last Ninja 2. There you are. That's what it is. This product is to be... Why not just call it Last Ninja 2 Remaster? It was just the same game as Last Ninja 2. Oh. Paperboy, always good for a good game of Paperboy. Is this the Spectrum version? Cool. Spectrum version is very good. Deactivators. Don't know what this is. Arcade action with strategy elements. A group of Okay, you have to see this. A group of fantical saboteurs fantical. No, not a word I am aware of. A group of fantical, I believe fanatical, saboteurs have infiltrated the Gravitational Research Institute and planted numerous time bombs throughout the 5 laboratories. They have also reprogrammed my robot guards to act against me. As head of security, I must now call in my elite force of deactivated droids to clear... I don't know why he's got this voice, but he has. To clear the bombs and repair the computer. They will have difficulty moving from room to room, as floors may be ceilings and ceilings may be walls. Also, the rooms have different gravities. Just because, you know. Also, I've changed gravity now. The deactivators are my last hope to save the Institute from destruction. Let's hope they haven't been drinking. What? Okay. Drunk robots in anti-gravity. That sounds fantastic. That sounds fantastic. They only updated the status displays. The CPC version even kept the emulation of the Specky Beeper. Oh, for goodness sake. Gauntlet, the original Gauntlet in the big box, which is very cool. Yeah, lots of cool stuff in there. I love Gauntlet, it's great. Gauntlet 2 is incredible as well. Deeper Dungeons as well, that was good. Deathscape. I don't know this one. Very fast arcade action strategy, 3D graphics. I'm not sure about that. They look like 2.5D at most. Drunk robots and anti-gravity, that sounds fantastic. YouTube short, yes. I've got to start doing more shorts. Oh, we've been so overwhelmed with stuff lately that I haven't had time. Fast Food Dizzy on the Amiga, very nice, very tasty. Right, now we're getting somewhere. So we have the Great 8 for the Spectrum. Cool. I always love the cover tapes because you get some interesting stuff. Like things that you wouldn't be able to buy out and about. Sometimes you get games that just weren't released anywhere else. Sometimes you get demos. Sometimes you get pokes and type-ins, stuff like that. It's always stuff. Covenant, Fight to the End in this all-time classic. Battleships, prize game. Interesting. Magnetic Moons Part 2. Will you survive? A magnetic moon. But it will wipe all of my data. Breakneck, Beat the Wall. Okay. Specimen 2, Far Out Fun, and Music Demo, more Music Mania. There, that's what I'm on about, the demos. Cool stuff. BMX Simulator 2. Pro Boxing. None of your amateur boxing here, we're going all professional. No helmets in pro boxing, but amateurs, they get a helmet. True fact, if you're a pro, you get to be punched in the face. If you're an amateur, you've got padding. Advanced Pinball Simulator. Cool, I always like a pinball game. Let's grab some more. Now this one's Commodore format, 2 full games, Deliverance and Stormlord. That's cool. Deliverance Parts 1 and 2, Stormlord, and Deliverance Part 3. Okay, so, okay, I don't get that, but maybe the Deliverance Part 3 is the second thing on side 2 of the disc, tape even? I don't know. Plus 3 reader games. This is exactly what I'm on about. This is what I'm on about. You don't get this anywhere else. Reader's games. Fire Eagle, the Chrome Brothers, and Alien Smash. This is what I'm on about. If you're collecting retro and you're not collecting the cover tapes and cover discs from magazines, you're missing part of the set because there's stuff there that you won't get anywhere else. That's what I'm on about. Ooh. World-class leaderboard golf. Now that is an excellent golf game. Excellent. Really good to see that. What the hell? Viz's playable demo. 8 free games. He's full of smells. Look at him. He's got whiff lines. 8 free games. Let's see if I can get this to stay on the screen. Survivor, Gunsmoke, Gold Mine is 48k, Temple and Varan, Dynamite Dan 2, and Gold Mine for Sam Coupe only. That sounds interesting. But here's an interesting Hacking Squatters special. Load in pokes for your favourite games. You won't get that in commercial stuff. Chuff and Niff. That's Viz for you. Houston sold 8-bit rights to the library to fund Pinball Dreams. Wow. That's pretty interesting. I did like Pinball Dreams. Pub Trivia Simulator. Nice. Yogi's Greatest Game. I like these. These were interesting. Was it... Who was it? It's like AIM or something like that. There was a... Oh no, High Tech. That was it. High Tech Software bought the rights to make games of pretty much every single Hanna-Barbera property that was around. And they weren't always great, but they were fun. So I'll be interested to see that one. And another Commodore one. So we've got two complete games, Defenders of the Earth and Johnny Reb 2. Johnny Reb is actually a very interesting old-style war game. Like proper tabletop, paint your miniatures, roll your dice war game. So Johnny Reb 2 is interesting. And then some demos. We've got... Right. Nobby the Aardvark, Biff, and Bug Bomber. Plus, see on the bottom, there's some more text. Thalamus, Beyond Belief, Kingsoft, Grand Slam Video, and Enigma Variations. I'm assuming those are the companies that made the games and that they're not like music demos or something that's on the bottom of the thing. I assume that's what's going on. So anyway, side 1 has the demos and side 2 has the full games. They also got Looney Tunes too, but only got one of them out, Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, and the second, Daffy Duck, never came out, although the C64 version has been recovered. That's cool. At least we know where they are. That's a lightsaber. Jen hasn't just stuck a red tube into my head.
Oh look, it's gone all the way through and out the other side.
It sucks. So we got another one here, RoboCop, 6 free games, Draconis, Trantor, Stardust, and Piggy Punks. I have no idea what Piggy Punks is. 6 free games, but only 4 written on the front. RoboCop 2's playable demo, so we've got a budget of the year, Draconis, Trantor, Stardust, Piggy Punks, plus Captain Poke Stuffs the Xmas Biggies. What the hell is Captain Poke Stuffs the Xmas Biggies? Well, we have all the Xmas Biggies, including the Turtles, Rick, 2, and more. So that's it. There's your pokes. But it says 6 free games and it only lists 4. So yeah, that's fun. It's good to see that computer magazines, giant abacus, electronic abacus things, know how to count. I'm full of pollen tonight, guys.
You and me both.
Why are you pulling faces at me? If the wind changes, you're going to stay like that.
You can crack a laugh if you want.
Guardian Angel. I have this on Amstrad. It's actually really good. It's like a Renegade clone, but pretty good. Oh, and then final ones. Super Stuntman. Never played it, but that'll be fun to play. Arkanoid. Cool. From Taito on the Hit Squad. Wacky Darts. I don't know what's wacky about it. The people that you play against, it seems. Okay. Apparently the people you play against are wacky. Guardian Angel is crap. It is crap, but it's not bad. And then the final one I've held back for a reason. It's another Crash set, but look at the names. Fatworm Blows a Sparky, Alpine Games, Chemshoe, and Doomskull. So there you go. Fatworm Blows a Sparky. We have to play that at some point. So there we go. Thank you very much, Patrick. I'm going to enjoy those. I'm going to put these back in here for the moment because I've got to work out where to put them in the room. Let me just dump these back in. Now tonight we are going to be trying to do some Live Coding. I'm surprised you fit it all in one box. Yeah, there's a lot here, man. Thank you very much. I do love the cover tapes so much. Because, like I say, if you're not collecting the cover tapes, you miss out on all this interesting stuff. I've already done the predictions. I read them out earlier, man. Let me just dump all these back into the box for safekeeping. Then we will move on. Oh, you didn't hear me. Ah. That's because in code. I didn't. I just read it out. But I had you thinking I did. Haha. I've had, as some of you will remember from when I was doing previous live streams, I'm recovering from COVID, so every now and again, basic normal things make me run out of air. So I run out of breath easily. So give me a second. Oh dear. Oh. Right, I'll just put that there. Oh, got some more spare cover tapes. Cool. I need to put this. I've had this on my desk for like 3 months. Space Pirates. I've actually read it. I just haven't stored it. This is the type of thing that goes on when you're ill and overworked. So let's do this. Right, I am going to now find Steam. There we go. Hey, don't worry about it. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. I really do. All right, let's do this. Oh, cramps. So, let me find the button that says this. Right, go to Mac. There we go. And if I drop this over to here, then I'll be able to see what's on screen without causing too many problems. There we go. So that's there. Right, this is my Steam list. I have several things installed at the moment. Medieval Total War, Tabletop Simulator, RPG Maker, and Blender. Blender I'm getting used to. Because... Oh. Okay, I need to put the fan on because the computer's starting to overheat. Not overheat, but get warmer, yeah. So... Oh. Right. Let me just finish this off. So, yeah, this is my Steam page. I've had my Steam account for many years, and as a result, I have many games on the Mac that can't be loaded. See these ones with the sign with the non-side beside them? Yeah, we can't. The Mac has this thing of making previous versions incompatible in order to reduce problems with later software. The type of thing that Windows probably should do, but doesn't. But thankfully, RPG Maker is not one of them. However, if I go back, Tabletop Simulator, I've got to show you this before we go any further. Play Tabletop Simulator, play. If I can get this to load, there we go. So, Tabletop Simulator just simulates tabletop games. Super create a place. No, single player. Let's go for single player. So, it's just an environment for playing games. We could have Star Trek Adventures, which is what I really wanted this to do. So here we are. We now have the ability to look at this. Yeah, we've got all the data for commanding officers. Got the dice. Got a warp core. I don't know why the warp core's on the table. Threat tokens. Momentum tokens. Oh yeah, players. So we can do all kinds. Right, can I? Yes, I can look around the table. That was it. So we're going to have fun with this because they are... What's this? The Edge... Star Trek The Edge of Empire. Cool. Let's move that back. So we've got all kinds of options here. So this is what we're going to be using when... there we are. And Deep Space Nine's here. I don't know if you guys can see Deep Space Nine. I'm going to move over. There it is. Got the whole of Deep Space Nine here. So let's bring that... Can I not move that? Weird. I don't know why I can't move that. So we got... This is what we're going to be using, guys, when we come back to Star Trek Adventures later this year. So that we're going to actually have actual maps and dice and all sorts. I think that'll be cool. We'll be able to show it off on screen. And if you have Tabletop Simulator yourself, which you don't have to have when we're playing it, because I'll be running the show and broadcasting it. Hooray, there's a ship. Then we'll be able to bring stuff in, you see. And we can have more people on the screen. That's the idea. So, yeah. Go back to main menu. And because I've got the ability to create a multiplayer game, I can bring in people with invite codes if you've got the game. If you've got the software, but I don't think this counts as a game. Right, how do I get... There it is. Okay, I've just done a very, very silly thing and touched the cold sore that's on my lip. I'll be back in a moment, guys. I've got to go and wash my hands. Hello, Lottie. How are you doing? Right, I'm back. So, guys, what do you think of that? Because I think that'll up our game with Star Trek Adventures tenfold. I think that'll be great. But now we're going to have to go back into RPG Maker. Here we go. Launch. Activate the Bottomatic. Pop, 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 pop. Here we go. Right. So we're here. And last time we were doing this, we had this room where there were issues. Because we couldn't get a block to move. We needed to try and push the block. However, I was thinking about it the other day. Remember when we did this room here? And each of these required a variable to store the code. Well, now that we've moved to this one, we don't need that variable to store that code anymore. So we can reuse it, which means I don't need to use up resources again. So I'm going to go to here and check this. Right, where is it? Sphere location, blah, 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 blah. That did not work. How did we get into this room? Yes, there. So this is the one we need. No, it isn't. Is it one of these? Answers. The riddle answer. If it knows the answer. Aha! There. Right, we transfer the player to the next room. And we can control variables. So, sphere location was blah, 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 blah. We don't need the those ones anymore. So I'm going to delete... I'm going to leave them there, to be honest. It's not doing anything. But I'm going to start controlling the variables. Control variables. Let's go to... Where was it? We had one that just using coordinates. Huh. Interesting. They're not there. How are they not there? They should be there. Cancel, 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 cancel. Let's have a look at that room again. Let's have a look at this. Right. Control switches. Control switches, not variables. That's it. So let's go back to here. And control here. Go back to here, control switches. There we go. Here we go. Where are the things? There we are. A1, A2, A3, A4, blah, 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 plus riddle A, riddle B, riddle C. We don't need any of these to be active anymore. So we're going to control every single one of these. Control A1, off. Control switches. A2, off. Every single one of them is going to be turned off. And this will help us we turn them all off at the start of this. A4 off. Then we've got a load of switches to play with, and we don't use up any more of our resources because we only have a limited amount of switches and variables. It's a fairly large amount, but I don't want to lose them all at this point. So if we do this, we've got a way of reusing things that we've already used in a way that won't affect anything. Am I still online, guys? Because the chat's gone quiet. I'm not saying you have to chat, but hopefully I'm still online. B4, control switches, C1, off. Yeah, you're still on. Thank you. C2 is off. Control 3. C3 is off. Control switches. C4 is off. Control switches. Riddle A. Moderating for your friend Lightning Farron, who did Uncharted and 2 streams with Last Death of Me. Oh! Is she on Twitch? Riddle A is off. Riddle B is off. She's on YouTube. Ah. Hi, Krista. How you doing? Riddle C is off. Because now that I know, I could do a really, really stinky thing. Go to YouTube. Lightning Farron. Hello. She's live at the moment with Legend of Zelda. Right. I am now going to subscribe and go back to my Creator Studio, edit, customization, and use a redirect to go to Lightning Farron. So when my stream ends, you'll all be redirected there. Tell them Patrick sent you. Right. A, B, C, D. B, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 1, 2, 3, 4. B, C. Then riddle 1, 2, 3. Then riddle. And then we'd need a few more. But we can work this out. So. Alright, let's have a look. I'm going to put some various broken things into this room. There's going to be a broken thing. Over here's a broken thing. Some rubble over there. And a barrel there. So. Excuse me. Where does this room set us... Control Z. That was a silly thing to do. Right. Where does this set us out? Edit this. Below the pyramid. It sends us to there. Cancel, 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 cancel. So it sets us to here. That's where we start when this room opens up. So we will be there. So I am now going to move our guy to here. Here is where we're going to start with a ball. This is a new thing. Variable. No, switch. This will only be there if riddle C is on. If it's not, it'll be that. Show text when you interact with it. Triggers action button. Show text. Cancel. We're now going to set this off. So we need something like an other. Here we are. Show text. An orb of deep. An orb of deep black. I'm doing okay, thank you, Krista. I'm not doing too bad at all. Deep black, the likes of which you have never seen before, sits before you. It looks like it could be pushed, but its surface is so deeply absorbing. You think you could gaze into it all day long. Show choices. Push the orb, or gaze into the orb, or leave it alone. Leave the orb alone. There you go. Choice 3 is the quick one. Gaze into the orb. You gaze into the orb. It seems to draw your attention more and more as you gaze deeply into its void-like surface. Show choices. Gaze longer. Look away. If you gaze longer, the orb's surface seems to absorb everything. Light, sound, attention. You feel a deep longing to keep staring into it. Show choices. Gaze into the orb. Look away. So, I am now going to put a new bit there of label. Create label, gaze. If you gaze into the orb, jump to label, gaze. You'll just keep looking forever. But if you look away, it's all right. It is surprisingly difficult to pull your attention away from the orb. Its surface keeps pulling your eyes back toward it. And show choices. Look away or give in. The pollen count is so high tonight, guys. You want to look away. I'm so full of catarrh. This is ridiculous. They've got to have new pollens. Like, and I know that sounds weird, but it's like the genetically engineered stuff must be out there now with really powerful pollens because I'm so full of catarrh. I take antihistamines every day and it's not enough. Sorry about that. Oh. I am actually, yeah, the microphone is on. Right, let's just. So, Krista, we did a look at Tabletop Simulator for Star Trek. So that's going to be fun when we bring that back later this year. It won't just be flat 2D pieces. We'll be able to see a 3D environment and play on that. That'll be fun. You want to look away. You need to look away. Where's nature? Hoi! You must look away. You can't stay here forever. Or can you? Show text. Bite. Where's Bumface? There he is. Ow! What was that for? He says. To which the cat is going to say, for being a pillock. Don't you know what that is? No. You're just checking your son's school report. Ah, fair enough. You did see it. Excellent. Cool. Hello, hello there. Hello there, Melody. It's an obvious trap, is what it is. Stop looking into it. Oh. Oh. What should we do with it then? And the cat will now explain the puzzle, since we got this far. Well, there's a big hole over in the corner. So how about we push it in there and get on with our lives? Good idea. Let's do that. Bumface, Bumface, Bumface. There he is. Good idea. Let's do that. If you give in, oh yeah, we just gaze into the orb. But if we give in, show text, you gaze longingly into the orb. It doesn't gaze back, but that's okay. You don't need it to. You don't need anything. You don't need anything anymore. Yeah, that'll fit. No, it won't. Fade out the screen. And game over. Very easy to game over on that one. That's the point. And look away. This thing is creepy. You decide to look away. It's really hard. And you have to concentrate because it has a strange pull over you. Nevertheless, you manage it. Okay, leave the law orb alone. This thing could not be more weird. You decide it's best to leave it alone. There we go. Right. The only other thing was push, wasn't it? Push the orb, yes. Show text. Which direction? Do you to push the orb in? And then control choices. Up, down, left. Oh, goodness sake. Edit, up, down, left, right. Leave it where it is. And that is choice 5. Okay. Show text is, you decide to leave it. Leave the orb where it is. For now, anyway. Where it is. There we go. Right. Up, down, left, right. That's the issue. That's the one that's going to be an issue for us. So, right, we're on. This is showing up when it's riddle C is on. Right, so copy this. That will be riddle B. Okay, so if we push it left or up, down, left or right from here, up is the only one. Control switches. Control riddle C. Off. Control switches. Riddle B. On. Show text. You push the orb. It feels strangely spongy at its surface with an unnervingly more solid substance lurking underneath. It's almost like trying to push a big, bulky hippo or a strange watery beast. I think they're the same thing. Hippos are kind of watery. Right, show text, push it down. The text here is, you try to push the sphere downward, but it won't go that way. The tunnel ahead is just slightly too thin to allow the ball to pass. Left, show text. You try to push the sphere to the left, but a wall blocks the path. This way we don't have to keep messing with things. We just have a set of options. A set of with same set of options each time. Right, but a wall blocks the path. Okay. Yeah. Right. And each time you could gaze into the orb and it will give you the problems. So there you are. Right, that's the first one done. Well, so we're making progress. Now we're up to here. Copy that. We could put it there. We could put it there as well. So this one is on riddle B. This one will be riddle A. Okay. This one will be C4. And that can't go anywhere. So this one's C3. And that way we're using the ones that we have. And we don't have to redo any things. So if this one's here and we push to the left, that will turn off the one that we're on at the moment, which is riddle B. And turn on C3. Because we've already looked at that. That one's C3. So that turns off and that comes on. If we go there, that turns off and that comes on. So if we go to down, turns off the one we're on, which is riddle B, and turns on riddle A. No, riddle C even. Because that one is riddle C. Yeah. And equally, if we push up, it turns off riddle B. And turns on riddle A. And if we try to go right, we can't because that's the thing. Okay. So if I just go to this one again, where's the one for the right? Copy that. Okay. Let's stick it into here. Right, so that one's done. So we go to there. If we push down, it goes from riddle A turning off riddle A, and turning on riddle B, which is that one. Yes. Equally, if that goes up, that is C4. Hi Spartan, how you doing? We go up, turns off riddle A, turns on C4. And again, we can't push to the right because there's just nothing there. Right, C4. Then this is C4. If we push up, we can't. If we try and push right, we can't. If we go up, let's try and put this, edit that. Try to push the sphere upwards. But a pile of rubble blocks the path. Down would turn off C4. Excuse me. And turns on riddle A, which is that one. Right is a sphere, and left is a barrel. Edit. Barrel blocks the path. Okay, so that one's done. So that entire line's done now, except for this one, which will go to there. That is C3, so this one will be C2. Okay, which means if we go to this one, turns off riddle A and turns on C2. If we push this one down, it would turn off C2 and turn on C3, because that's the one below it. If we push it to the right, someone's texting me. Oh my goodness, what was that? Why the hell would I want to save on Roblox? Samsung, stop sending me crap. I don't like Roblox, it's full of pedos. Right, what are we up to? We're pushing right. What's right? Right is this one, which is riddle A. pushing right turns off C2 and turns on riddle A. But it can't go up because there's a barrel in the way. I'll just grab that one again. And it's upward. But a barrel blocks the path. Okay. It can push left though, so we'll deal with that in a minute. Down, you can't push down because of wall. Okay, and to the left is a broken pillar. To the left. But the crumbled remains of a pillar block the path. There we go. Up will turn off C3. And turn on C2. Okay. And right turns off C3. And turns on, I think it's riddle B. There we go. Okay. That is riddle B, yes. And that is C2. So all of these should now be working. All of them should be working. So now we're getting somewhere. We're definitely getting somewhere. This looks complex. Yeah, it's not great, but, you know, these things happen. So I'm going to now put into this corner the one thing that we forgot to do, the hole that the cat told us about. Have I ever tried vibe coding? Okay, I'm gonna admit something. I have. I asked what was it, ChatGPT? Or was it Google Gemini? It was one of the two. Because I was trying to sleep and I couldn't. To code me a game. And I'm going to come back onto the main screen now while I work this out, which one it was. I think it was Google Gemini. Yes. I asked it to create a game, and it did. Right, let me just copy all of that. Copy the code. Right. I'm going to now put something on the... Oh, good grief. Let me just... Hang on. Mac game. It was Gemini. I just didn't want to show off all of my data. So, bring up Finder, new Finder window. Applications. So is it text or something like that? Text edit, that's it, yes. Don't use it as much. TextEdit.app. Is it going to bring up? Love the Artemis 2 wall. So do I. It's nice, isn't it? New document. Right, how do you do this? Format should be... Make plain text. There we go. Right. File. Save. As... butts.html. Where should I save it? To the desktop. Save. Use .html. Okay, butts.html is there. File save. Right, we can get rid of that. Okay. Now if I bring up a new window, new browser window, load that in. There we go. Dog Sniffer 3000. Use arrows or WASD to move. Sniff smaller dogs to grow. This is a game about sniffing dogs' butts. You have to sniff the butts of smaller dogs in order to be able to get bigger. And if you are bigger, you can sniff the butts of bigger dogs. The AI did not know what I was talking about. It took a little bit of explanation. If you try to sniff the butts of bigger dogs, it won't let you. The bigger dogs will tell you to go away. Well, it's a game. Yeah! So yes, I did do a little bit of vibe coding. I'm not a massive fan, because most of the time, I have to admit that I prefer the challenge of being able to do it myself. The bigger dogs will give you bigger sniffs and make your size grow quicker. Also, they're only spheres because I didn't ask it for graphics. I could add my own graphics though, but it's it's something. There's plenty of challenge in vibe. There is a challenge in vibe. I grant you that, but I just yeah. So I haven't put this on my website yet, but I will. Because sometimes you want a game about a little dog who sniffs all the butts. Look at the tiny dog there. Come here, Papa. There we go. Right, there we go. Oh, dear. So yes, there's that. We're getting bumped. So yeah. Oh, what the hell is wrong with my life? This is wonderfully done. It is. You know what? I'm going to add it to my website now, so you can all play it if you want. We'll just add that. I'm just going to bring that up because I can't show my password, obviously. So actually, I can't do that because I'd need to open up the FTP stuff and move it that way. One of the PlayStation 2 games, can't remember which, has a dog weeing game. That does sound like something that's on the PS2, yes? Is it in the Dogs game? The Dog's Life or something? D. Where is it? Dogs or Dog's Life, yeah. There's two. I had to look on the wall there. There's Dogs, DOGZ, and Dog's Life. Dog's Life is an RPG about dogs. We should play it sometime. It's ridiculously daft. So this is the hole that we're trying to get them to. All the balls to. Right, let's do this. Oops. Go back to this. So this is the one. Yep. That is all the choices. Okay. Ridiculously daft is the best kind of... Yes. C2. Okay. Copy that. Paste it there. Left. Right. This is now going to be C3. No, this is C1. So, if we go to right, C2 is now on. And edit this. C1 would be off. There we are. Right. Delete those. Delete that. Okay. That's C1. So C2, if you push left, C2 turns off. And C1 turns on. Now all of those work. We get to there. Right. Copy that and just put it there, and there. So we're going to need all of these anyway. See, that's C1. Okay. So this is going to be B4. Okay. So if we push this up, control switches, C1 turns off, and B4 turns on. Okay. This one we can't push down. But I just want to keep the error message the same, you see. So you can't go down. Edit. Downward. But a crumbled pillar blocks the path. Okay. Going right is C2. Going left will therefore be that one, but we haven't got to that yet. That's B4. If you go up, turn B4 off, and turn B3 on. Okay. And that is B4. This one is B3. This is, yeah, okay. This is B2. And this is B1. B1's an important one, so we'll come back to that later. Which would mean that this is A4. A3. A2. A1. And the only new resource we need, last sphere. There we go. You spunk my battle. Yeah, pretty much. There we go. So that's all of that. We're going to be able to sort this all out now. We know what we're doing. So we need to go back to this one. Because we don't push the sphere 2 upward, we push it upward. There we go. Copy that. Okay, right. This one's left. It's the only one that's still to do. That is A4. So if we push left, turn off C1. Now that we know what all of them are. Does the sphere belong to that Dyson block? Yes. C1. Oh, hang on. Edit to off. And immediately I've forgotten which one this is. This is why I wrote them all down like that. A4. Turn A4 on. Okay. That's all of them, yeah. So that's done. This one now. Down, turn off B4. And turn on C1. Because that'll be C1, isn't it? Yes. Turn on C1. Okay. Left is a barrel. No, a table, a broken table, and right is a barrel. Delete. Delete. Right. This is a upward, no, to the right. A barrel blocks the path. Paste. Edit this to the left. But a broken table blocks the path. Okay. B4 goes off and C1 turns on. Okay. Yes, B4 to C1, then 4 to B3, yeah. That is C1, isn't it? Yes. Okay, we're getting there now. I'm sure you can order a Dyson sphere to go with your Dyson vacuum. You can. There is a Dyson sphere. There's a spherical thing. But Dyson sphere is also another thing in sci-fi, of course. Right, that one's finished. All of these are done except those ones and these ones over here. So that's the one we just did. Right, B3. If you push it upward, edit, but a wall blocks the path. Downward turns off B3 and turns on B2. Was it B2? This is why I have to keep going back to it. B4. So B3 turns off. B3 off. And B4 turns on. On. Okay. Left turn. Okay. Left is B1. Okay. So that one's B2. Okay. Left is B1, right is B2. Left B3 turns off. It's all just monotonous, but it works, and that's what counts. To B1 on. Okay. And that would be B2 would be on. Okay, and B3 is off. They're the other way around for that one, but I don't really care. B3 is off. Okay. B2 and B3. Right, B2. This is the one where the only one to do is push left. So this one has to turn, has to delete, and this one has to delete. The only way this can go is left. Sounds like a true games programmer. Yeah, show text. Also, we've got to now go in and move our character every time. But that's okay. We can do that. Because I've just realised we're moving this potentially onto where the character is, which is not good. Right, let's have a look and think about what we're doing here. If we change the priority to below character, then we could just walk over and then we don't have to worry about where the character is. That's probably the best way to do it. Right, we can only go to the left on this one. Push to the left. So B2 turns off. And B3 turns on. Okay. If we go upward, edit this, push the sphere upward, but a wall blocks the path. What's the other ones? Downward is a barrel. But a barrel blocks the path. And to the right, but to the right, but a pile of rubble blocks the path. Okay, so that one's done. Okay, now this one's a fun one. Can't go upward because of a wall. Edit that. Wall blocks the path. Can't go downward. But a broken table blocks the path. If it goes right, we turn off B1 and turn on B3. And if we push it to the left, this is where things change. You push the sphere into the hole in the ground with a sudden flash of light, sudden blinding flash of light. Let's push the sphere into the hole in the ground. And flash screen for a second, like 30 seconds, half a second, with a sudden blinding flash of light. cancel. I need to move that up. Delete the flash screen. Actually, cut the flash screen. Paste it there. Right. We then jump to transfer player from the current map to this one. Okay. There. And then the text. No, don't transfer the player again. Show text. Both the sphere and the hole disappear. There we go. So that's all we need with that one. So we're now going to take all of this text, all this code even, and put it into here. And that is what happens when you push upward. Push the sphere into the hole in the ground. Sudden transfer of lights. Transfer the player. Edit this one again. So we go from there to there, because that's where we are. Okay. And then we've done that one as well. So now we know what happens when we go into there. Which means all of these ones are still to go. So that one's finished, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so we go to... This one is C1. So this one is A4. So if we push the right, C1 turns on. And A4 turns off. And we get there in the end. A4 is off. Right, that's okay. A4 is off. Where are we? That's this one here. So that one is C1. Yeah, okay. A4. Right. If we push it upward, we can't because there's a table there. So if I grab this code again and copy that, that's what we need. Upward. Edit. But a broken table blocks the path. Okay. Down, where are we at the moment? Oh, where they're there. So down would turn off A4. A4 off. And I'm going to assume it's A3 beneath it. So we'll do that for the moment. A3 is on. A2, A1. So if we push to the left, A4 will turn off. And A1 would turn on. Okay, because that would make sense. So A3 below and A1 to the left. That is A3. And that is A1. We tell by the ones that are set for there. Right, so that one's finished. A4, yes, that one is done. Okay. Okay. Right, down, you can't go down because of walls there. Edit that one. But a wall blocks the path. To the right, the remains of a thing block the path. For some reason, I can't press delete. I don't know why. But the remains of a broken pillar block the path. Okay. But left will put us onto A2, so control switches. A3 turns off. And A2 turns on. And if we push up, A3 turns off. And A4 turns on. Okay, that will be A4, yes. Okay. A2. If we push up, A2 turns off and A1 turns on. Because that's the one in the corner there. Down you can't go because of walls there. Downward, but a wall blocks the path. To the left. Can't do it either because a wall's in the way. So we're getting to the end now. To the left, but a wall blocks the path. Goes right, and a 2 turns off, and edit. A 3 turns on. There we are. 2's off, a 3's on. Yep, okay. Because that is a 3. Yes. Now we're up to here. A 1. If you push upward, a 1 turns off. We're so close now, guys. A 1 turns off. And last sphere turns on. If we push it to the right, it won't go because there's a... No, we can because we're here. So, yes, down goes to A2, control switches. A1 turns off. A2 turns on. Okay. Left is the one we can't go to. To the left, but a wall blocks the path. And right turns to, that'll be a 4 because there's 3, 2, 1. A 1 turns off. And a 4 turns on. There we go. That's all of it. Yeah, there we go. Right, and final one. If we push down, then last sphere turns off, and A1 turns on. But if we try to push it to the right, sorry, to the right, delete. Delete. You can't go to the right. To the right. But a broken table blocks the path, which is the one we want. And to the left, you can't push because a wall's in the way. Left, but a wall blocks the path. Boom! Done. It's all just monotonous, but it works. That's what counts. Is said like a true games programmer. Yeah. Holy crap, we did it. That's it. We did it. Right. Table, pillar. Table, pillar. Yes. So, table, broken pillar, there. Table, broken pillar, yes. Barrel and stuff. Is it a full barrel? It is a full barrel. Yes. And rubble. There we go. We did it. And then here's the final thing. The final room that we have to go into will restore this. So we've got to do that now. But it won't restore all of it because that would just make too much sense. Where is the floor? There it is. So that's... Oh, they're the wrong way around. We need these ones. Yeah, that makes more sense. So it needs to be possible for us to get across. That's the thing that we have to remember. There. There we are. So you can wander across, and there is only one proper path. There we go. That's what's going to be on the final line. And this is the room that we go into that will somehow re-solidify that. And then we finally get to work out what the hell we're doing in here. I've put a block pusher puzzle into my RPG. Yes. I've put a lot of puzzles into the RPG if you think about it. I've got weird password thing. I've got turning all these on instead of off. Do you have a little plastic bit they have to take out? I know. Well, kind of. I mean, there's the plastic bit that got taken out. But the only thing is, I need to turn these to priority below characters. Otherwise, we'll have to change where we are and set things about moving our character. And I just don't want to do that. I think that goes a bit too far for what we're trying to do with what is basically a demonstration role-playing game. So that we can demo how to build one. That was the whole thing. Working out the problems and sorting out solutions and showing that we can just generate an RPG by sitting here and playing around with a rather well-designed RPG construction kit. Well, characters and... I did do that one already, didn't I? Yes, I did. Below characters. Below characters. Below characters. Below character. No, below character. Okay. Below character. Below. And below. Okay, right, there we are. Save that. There we go. So, let's actually try this. If we start there, save. We're probably going to crash the game because I know what it's like. Let's try it. Where is it? Where are the spheres? Riddle C is not on. Of course. Yeah, okay. Right. For the purposes of this, trigger is by player touch. Control switches. C4. Sorry, Riddle C is on. Okay, save that. Play that. Oh no! It's got to work. I'm busy, babe. What's up? I'm busy. What's up? No. Yeah. Okay. Control switches. Riddle C is on. Action button. Priority. Same as characters. Action button on. Okay. Okay. Save that. It's not working. Oh, God. We've spent the entire time doing it and it doesn't work. I should have tested earlier. We've wasted an entire night unless I can work this out. Ah! Eek! Ark! Ooh! And other words to that effect. Okay. Take that. It's done the same thing as it did last time. Screwed me. Oh man. So yeah, that is the same. So at least we got that. So why doesn't it work? I go back to this over here. Yeah, see, go to it, play a touch. Da 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 da. And it turns things on, it changes them. Have I got the priorities the wrong way around? What if I copy all of this? New event. Paste event page. Delete that event page and delete that event page. And this is riddle C now, okay? And then here turns on riddle C. On. By touch, priority below characters. Priority should be same as characters. Okay, save that. Yes! We've gone the wrong way around. That's all it was. Okay. Brilliant. Delete that. Right. Go into here. Copy events page. Paste events page. No, delete, delete, delete. Paste events page. Delete page. So starts off blank and goes to that. Because it checks... It's a weird system. It checks the wrong way around, basically. Copy events page, go to here, paste events page, and delete the first one. Right. Okay. Copy events page, go to here, paste, go back and delete. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Oh my goodness, if we haven't wasted our entire lives, that's fantastic news. We've only wasted some of our lives. And is it a waste if you learn something? I say no. Copy, move to there, paste, and delete. Copy and paste and delete. Copy and paste and delete. Okay. Copy and paste and delete. Now we've got progress. I hope this works out. Paste and delete. Okay. Copy and paste and delete. 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 Okay, save. Right. Now, priority below characters. Play it triggers on player touch. Turns on riddle C. Okay, okay, okay. Proof of fixing. So do I. Oh. Right, let's do this. Well, that didn't work. The editor might be powerful, but it crashes on Macs a lot. Right. There we are. We can walk over it, which is great. Blah, 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 blah. Push the orb. Down. Won't go that way. Tunnel ahead is just slightly too thin to allow the ball to pass. Push it. Up. Yes! It works. Push. Up. Push. Up. Oh, hang on. I did that wrong. Push. Down. Push. Right. Can't because the wall blocks the path. Push. Left. Push. Left. Push. Left. Hi Retro, how you doing? Push. Left. Push. Up. Push. Up. There we go. And now we're here. It works. Guys, it works. And we know that both of the code pieces will work because the code is the same for pushing it into the hole for both. So there we go. Ha 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 ha! Oh, I'll drink the last of my Guinness Zero for that. Right. There we go. So we've got to get this. And now we need to work out what to do here. And I think I might leave that till next time so I can think of a really devious thing. Because we're going to need something in here that sorts out and rebuilds that bridge. So I'm thinking we're going to need something special. However, I don't want to have to do all those puzzles again. I've just realised that... See what I mean? Transfer player to back upstairs. All of them do that, but only one of them transfers down. This one here. And it always goes to there. So I'm thinking we need some switches or a variable. We could have a variable. We can use a variable. Right, let's go to inside the pyramid. Right, here. Right. New. Conditional branch. If variable puzzles past equals 0, then it goes to here. Okay. That'll take us to here. But which one of these opens up? This one, isn't it? Yes. And control variable. Puzzles past. Add 1. Set to 1. Okay. Puzzles past equals 1. Is this the puzzles past one? Yes. Control variables. Hang on. Cancel. Is this the one that transfers? Yes. Control variable. Puzzles past equals 2. Puzzles past equals 3. Actually, we can just add 1. Let's just add 1 because it's going to do it every time. Puzzles past is 3. Add 1, so it's to 4. Same on that one because it's going to do it. Cancel. Add 1, so that goes to 4. Every single one of these now needs this. Puzzles past 1. But we can do that, it's no problem. We just keep going until we've done it all. Right, just keep going and keep going and keep going. There we are. Okay, that's that one. Then into here. And there we go. Set all of those. And puzzles past, add 1. Into here. There's the transfer. Add 1. There's the transfer down here, isn't it? No, no. Where is it? There's the transfer there. So I had 1. Okay. And then we come to here. Right. Take care, Krista. Thanks for coming along, man. Some ghosts on strike. We have to persuade them back to work. I like that idea, actually. That would be a very different thing. We've been holding up this place for ages. We are the backbone of this bridge. That kind of thing. Yeah, I like it. We might be able to do that. Oh, excuse me. So now we'll go do this. Right, if they're on 0, it goes to there. Else, control, conditional branch. If, cancel the variables. Puzzles passed is 1, else. Okay. Else if puzzles passed is 2. Right, transfer to there. Edit this. So if the first puzzle has been passed, we would instead go from there to there. If the first puzzle's passed. If the second puzzle is passed, we will go from there to there, because that's the second puzzle. And this way, every puzzle you have completed, you don't have to do again. Conditional branch, variable, puzzles passed. This one is 3. Yes. Edit. So the third puzzle's passed. Right, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. At this point, you can go back and do, and that's what I really want. I don't want you to have to do the puzzles again. I don't want it to be monotonous. 4, else branch, puzzles passed is 4, then edit. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Conditional branch, variable, puzzles passed is 5. Edit. Welcome back. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fortune has day 1 DLC. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Right. I'm sorry to hear that you had a meltdown, man. Is everything okay? I hope you're all right, man. In the last 20 minutes, we've solved how to do the stuff we're on about. And this one is now variable 6. Puzzles past 6. Else, okay. And if it has done 6, transfer to here. We're just setting up so that we know where to land our players so that we don't have to redo everything. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that was that. Yes, 6. And conditional branch, variables, puzzles passed. 7. Edit, transfer the player. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gets to there. Okay. Else gets you to here. Which is 8. 8 or more. Okay. PS3 was last good generation. You've definitely described the right channel. Yeah. I'm not a massive fan of day 1 DLC because I think if you had the time to do all of that work, you had the time to put it in the original game. DLC should be extras, not stuff that you decided not to put in so you could get extra cash. But the day 1 DLC is basically you can buy the extra premium bundle stuff from what I've heard. So I kind of understand it, which is why I'm not 100% against it. At the same time, I still don't like premium stuff. I think everyone should buy the same game and have the game. I don't like all this extra nickel and diming crap. Right, we've got that there now. That's going to work, I hope. So we should always come in at the right position. So if I go back to here and set starting position for player there, when I go in, I should immediately come out at the one where we haven't finished any puzzles. Yes. And if I go back in, we always come back to here. Right. Excellent. If I were to now start the player, let's say, here, and have there a new event, which sets our variable, control variable, to puzzles past 8, and trigger is player touch, then I crash it. You gotta love that, haven't you? Come on. Yeah. Right, okay. Ignore that. And the screen's gone. Go in. But we didn't. Oh, that's interesting. We didn't. Why didn't that work? Action button. Let's go to the action button. Okay. Put that on the wall. The priority should be same as characters. Okay. Let's try that. A phrenologist would have his field. I am so sorry, man. I hope that you're okay. I really do. I hope you're okay. Go to here. Why isn't it working? Okay, what's going wrong? Trigger is action button. Show text. Beep. Control variable. Yeah. Set constant 8 on puzzles past. Save that. Are we actually doing that? Are we actually setting it? Beep. Right. So why hasn't it worked? If puzzle pass equals 0, else. If puzzle pass is 1, else. If puzzle pass 2, else. Puzzle pass 3, else. Puzzle pass 4, else. Puzzle pass 5, else. Puzzle pass 6, else. Puzzle pass 7, else. This one didn't set. This one didn't set. Okay, right, okay, that's fine. Set. But 7 did, didn't it? Edit 7? It did? No, it bloody didn't. I don't get it. Why didn't it? It set them all back to... How has that happened? I don't get why that's happened. I genuinely don't get why that happened. Why has it set them all... Ignore that. Why has it set them all back to the start one? Okay, we've got an issue. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like this. Right. New events page. Delete that. Yeah, major bug. Right. If triggers player touch below characters. Conditional branch. If variable puzzles past equals 0, then transfer player Retain, no, change the direction, should be looking, you know what, retain the direction, I don't care. To below the pyramid, there. Okay, facing left. Okay. Else, transfer player to the left, inside the pyramids, no, below the pyramid, there. That's all I want to do. Okay, okay. Save. Go. New game. I'm glad we tested this. That takes us to there. If, however, I do beep, it takes us to there. Right, there was something in whatever we did. And I'm not sure what it was. But we can do it now. Right. Delete that. Right. Okay. Control switches. No, not control switches. Cancel. Conditional branch. Variable. Puzzles past is 1. Else. Conditional branch. Variable. Puzzles past is 2. Else. Conditional branch. Variable. Puzzles past is 3. Conditional branch. Do it again. Variable puzzles past is 4. Conditional branch. Variable puzzles past is 5. Else. Variable puzzles past is 6. Conditional branch. Puzzles past is 7. Else. Right, here we do. Right. We now transfer player. This is the first one. To inside the pyramid, 1. Below the pyramid, 1. Okay, there. And looking left. Okay. Now we go there. Transfer player to... this one now is 2. There. Okay. Left. Okay. Else. Yeah. Transfer player. This is 3. 1, 2, 3. There. And direction would be left. Okay. Transfer player. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Looking left. Okay. This one's 5. Transfer player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To there. Looking left. Okay. So much easier on a mouse and keyboard. Imagine you were doing this with a controller. Transfer player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we on 6? I think cancel. I've forgotten which one we're on. Yes, 6. Okay, transfer player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To there. Looking left. Okay. 7. Transfers player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To there. Looking left. And else. Transfer player to the 8th one, which is the final one. Looking left. Okay. Okay. Save that. The horror of attempting this with a game controller is barely able to be contemplated. I once built a game using Disney Infinity's toy box. And one day, I'll show you it. Oh my goodness. Right. Control variables. Change this. Edit. Puzzles past add 1. Okay. Save. I'm insane in the best possible... Oh, definitely. Go to here. Right, we're going to test this. So, puzzles passed is 0 at the moment. And we're here. I go there, beep. Puzzles passed is now 1. There's the first one. Puzzles passed is now 2. Second one. There we go. So it does work. We're okay. Remove that. Ignore that. Remove that. Yep, there we go. World Cup this year. Not seen anything advertised. Actually, yeah, that's an interesting point. I haven't seen anything advertised either because it's in America, isn't it? And so I can imagine that we wouldn't see much advertised because most people can't go. So the only people that would be advertising would be the TV companies that are showing the World Cup. Because you can't travel there. You can't book a hotel there because most people aren't going to America. So they've got no reason to do it. But anyway, right, there we go. We've done it. We've got to here. Now, I like the idea of the ghosts on strike so they're not rebuilding the bridge. And if you can get enough of them, then do that. To build that up. And then we get to go into here and we get the final thing of the password. There we are. And if you know the password, then you can do it. Oh dear. And we'll sort that out next time because need translation book is on. Need translation book is on. I don't know what's going on there. Because we don't seem to have a thing of read the tablet when you've got the thing. So we'll sort that out next time. You've seen sticker albums. Actually, yes, I've seen sticker albums now I think about it. They don't look very good. I don't know what it is. I think it's the cover. They didn't look very good. But anyway, I used to have a sticker album for football. I mean, everyone did, and you wanted to join in. But guys, there we go. Okay. There we go. So that's RPG Maker. Total played this week, in the last 2 weeks, 90 minutes, which seems small. Total used, 97.8 hours. That's pretty much how long we've used this to make this. I'm a bit eager to get off tonight. No, we've finished the bit I wanted to do, so that's it. We've done it, which I'm happy about, so I'm very happy. We've also looked at we did. We looked at Tabletop Simulator, and I had a look at the box of games that Patrick sent. That's why we haven't got it all. Right, go back into here. As a final thing, late 80s you could get NFL. I don't remember the NFL cards, I have to admit. So we got this. Now, can I change some options? Does this have to be interface? Can I play this in a window? That's all I'm looking for. No, I can't play this in a window. Huh. Miscellaneous settings? Yeah, it doesn't look like I can play it in a window. That's wind. What? Interesting, isn't it? Aha. Ah, full screen. I can play it in a window. Yes. There we go. Now you can see the whole thing. Okay. Close that. Right. Let's create a single player game. We've got stuff for RPGs, dominoes, poker, all sorts. Classic. Let's go for classics. Solitaire. See. Okay, here we are. So there we are. We've got the option of this. If I hold down Alt, it should make it big. Yeah, it makes it bigger. Haha. Let's see. We can bring the 8 to there. I can't drop it straight on the top in the proper way. That's interesting. Shouldn't I be able to pick? Oh, do I have to put? I press T. Do I turn it? Can I F to flip it? There we are. Right. That's no good for me, is it? Oh. I'm getting a lot of the same cards here. 6. Nope. No good stuff yet. Oh my god. 7. I can use a 7. So yeah, Tabletop Simulator is actually quite interesting. Did I just pick up the whole thing? No. Pick one, not the whole thing. How the hell? No. An ace. I can put an ace up there. Oh, and I've got an ace there. Why didn't I see that before? Right. 5. I can put a 4 there and bring the 3 over to there. Flip that one. I can't do anything. Take care, Spartan. Have a great night, man. I hope you're all right, and I hope Wingman's okay too, because that can't be good for anyone, man. I hope you're having a good night. Did I just put them together? Yes, I did. How the hell have I done that? 7, 6, 5. Oh, can't use that anywhere. One more. There you go. We're not getting any of the cards I need. This game is rigged. It's the worst kind of rigging. The kind against me. Can't use any of these bloody things. 2. Yes, we can use a 2. Thank goodness. This game is using a huge amount of resources, by the way. My computer's fan has turned on. Oh. But yeah, so that's Tabletop Simulator. It's very useful, very powerful. And games. Let's go for... What the hell are these? Tiny Epic Kingdom. Oh, you can get... Bloody hell, you can get an entire... You can buy entire games. Holy crap. Cosmic Cavern Tavern. Okay, there's actual games that I've heard of in here. That's interesting. So we could play actual board games. Oh, that's interesting. I like some of these. That'll be fun. They're the top ones, aren't we? Let's have a look at board games. What board games have we got? Card games? Casual games. There's got to be some casual games. Why is it... I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, yeah. So that's fun. That is that's a fun game. Have you ever played Mine a Million or the Business Game? I haven't, but I will look into it because, of course, next month we've got the new thing coming up, haven't we? Board Game Hammer. Go back to main menu. Yes. Oh, I should have flipped the table. I should have flipped... Go back in. Single player. Backgammon. Right. Flip the frickin' table. I lost, therefore you get no table. Please don't do that when we're playing Star Trek. So yeah, there we go. That was fun. Right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I've certainly enjoyed it. I'll see you on Monday. We'll get back to... Is it crypto mining in the background? No, it's just running on a really, really interesting engine that does all kinds of ray tracing and multiple renderings at the same time and stuff like that. It's just that's the kind of thing that's going on. But guys, I've enjoyed that. I hope you have too. And give me a second. How much is Tabletop Simulator? Ray tracing for a card game. But it's not just a card game. It's an entire engine for anything. So yeah, it's like 16 quid at the moment. So that's not too bad. So worth having if you're into board games on computer. But not everyone is, of course. I am, however. So guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'll try and get that game about the butts onto the website and see what happens there. But for now, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great evening. Bye for now. Bye.
I'd like to give a big shout out to everyone who supports me on Patreon. Without you guys, I really couldn't continue making all of these shows. And if you'd like to join our fantastic Patreon heroes here, go over to patreon.com/Zoe Kirk Robinson. It really does help us out. Thank you so much, guys.
Oink, oink.